What's up, guys? Welcome to A Reseller's Life. My name is Chris. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I have the pleasure of doing an awesome interview with 13-year-old reseller Sachin. Sachin, how's it going? Maybe before we get started, where can people find you if they want to reach out to you?
So first of all, I'm very thankful and grateful to have the opportunity to do an interview with you, Chris. I love your channel, Dairy Refinement. I love Make Progress Daily. So if you guys want to reach out to me, if you have any questions, just follow me on Instagram at Sachin_Syal23. So SACHIN_SYAL23.
Awesome. So hopefully the stream is okay, guys. Let me know in the chat if it's going okay. We're going to just do an interview style here and get to know Sachin and see how he was able to do this. So how did you get started? You're very young. You're obviously still in school. Where did you learn about reselling?
So since I was a kid, like I used to get in trouble in school and stuff like that, but I used to sell, when fidget spinners were like a big thing. I used to sell fidget spinners. I used to go to Dollar Tree with my friend on a scooter, and we used to buy pixie sticks like $1 for like 20 or 30 of them. And then I used to sell each of them for $1. I sell sticker. And it's all my selling experience started at school, and now it's becoming into, I'm going to be a reseller now on eBay. Yeah.
So you started selling stuff right out of the get-go with your friend from just reselling it for more than $1, or how did you get
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
profit going?
It was just more than $1. And I was like, that's awesome. I'm getting all that profit. I'm getting bank. So yeah.
That's really cool. So you're still living at home, so overhead is low. How do you look at this? Is this just a side project for extra fun money, or how do you approach reselling?
I honestly think I'm actually just getting started. So I'm really into technology. So usually like 100% of the most of things that I sell on eBay is technology. So I think I'm just getting started. It's gonna get better and better.
So Janice in the chat is saying since you were a kid, well, I mean, for most of us, you still are a kid. So how soon did you start flipping things?
So I actually created my eBay account in November 2016. So I remember one of my cousins actually used to sell on eBay, and he told me about it because like my family, we like buying like the greatest thing on like technology, like phones and computers. So he saw all this stuff lying around in our house. He's like, you guys should sell it on eBay. I remember we stayed up late night and he made my eBay account for me. But honestly, I think I'm just getting started. I made a lot on eBay. I started taking it seriously like since COVID hit. That's when it's actually been on the grind for eBay.
So when COVID hit, you were still at school, and remind everyone where you live.
Yeah, I'm from the Bay Area, Fremont, California. I live in Silicon Valley.
That's awesome. You're like a 15-minute drive from me, so I'll have to come visit you. We'll do lunch or something.
Yeah.
So COVID hit. Was school canceled? Did you have to do school from home?
Um, Basically it was all virtual learning, so all the classes were through Zoom. And then after that, it's my summer right now, so I'm just been on the grind on eBay, watching your videos, learning more and more about business and entrepreneurship. So when COVID hit, yeah, all my classes were virtual. And actually, when school is restarting, it might be virtual learning or distance learning. They're still deciding.
That's right. So I have a question for you. So I would say more than half of my real friends are teachers. And a lot of them are saying with the virtual learning that kids who are more technologically advanced are learning much faster because they're used to the technology and platforms. And the kids that are not, maybe semi falling behind. Do you feel like distance learning or virtual learning works well with you? Are you able to get questions answered just as quickly, or how's that experience been with you?
Well, so honestly, if you don't have access to technology, like if you don't have a computer or something, so Fremont Unified School District, if you actually go to their office, they actually provide you with the Chromebook. But for me, I think it's pretty fine because I'm a self-studier, I'm pretty independent. So I think it's not that bad for me. It's not like out of this world or anything. I think distance learning and virtual learning will be fine for me. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So let's talk about how you're getting stuff, because you clearly don't have a driver's license yet. How are you getting stuff to sell?
So basically, as I was saying before, my family loves like buying the newest thing. So like a new iPhone comes out, like I'm like people lose value. Like we think that people won't care about the last one, but people will find value in on eBay. So
Hmm.
I think I'm trying to become a reseller, but in reality, I usually find stuff around my house and then I list it up. And for some reason, whenever I list something on eBay, like like suppose I sell something for like 130 or something like that, there's like other people that are selling it for like way cheaper, like 50. And whenever I list something, it's always at the top. Like when you search it up, it's always at the top. So I love it.
How long have you been on eBay?
I started in November 2016, but I seriously started like selling, like doing like local pickup and stuff like that in when since COVID hit. So like March.
So that's crazy to me. So you're just getting going with this.
Yeah.
Are you just reinvesting the profit into new stuff, or what are you doing with the extra money?
So right now it's like 100% savings. I haven't spent any of it. It's just sitting in my dad's PayPal account. But I think I'm gonna actually reinvest that money and become a reseller. So buy more stuff. Because reselling is when you buy something and then you sell it. So I think I might use all my money that I've earned and start reselling.
Do your parents have what's your parents' opinion of you doing this?
My parents love it because like whenever they see something around the house, they're always like, "Oh, sell it on eBay." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." They're pretty proud of me. They think it's pretty cool. And like I'm like cleaning up the house, also getting rid of things. They're really proud of me, and they think it's really cool.
I'm proud of you. This is super awesome. So Shane in the chat is asking if you have any siblings.
Yeah, I have an older brother. He's gonna be a junior in high school. So I actually have to thank him a lot for like so I'm in a lot of like business clubs and entrepreneurship clubs at my school. And it like he's also in a summer program right now where he's gonna be starting his own company. So like I'm really proud of him and like if it wasn't for him, then like I would probably be doing something else. But like yeah, I want to thank him a lot for like introducing me into business.
Do you still have time to play video games or normal kid stuff?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Okay.
I love playing video games. For fun, I like watching Bollywood movies. I'm Indian, so yeah, I like playing basketball. I like playing video games. Selling, obviously, watching your videos.
So do you look at have you ever thought about maybe having your own products to sell? Because resale is selling something that's already been sold before. Do you have any
Mhm.
interest in making your own products? Have you had any ideas for that kind of stuff yet?
So since I was a kid, actually, you know how there's Android and there's Apple. When I was like I was like 6 or 7 like that, I was like, Dad, when I grow up, I want to create my own thing, like maybe like Syal, my last name or something like that. But I've
Hmm.
always thought about that, and I definitely want to be an entrepreneur when I grow up. So I think it can be a possibility because I love technology so much. Like I just find it fascinating. Like pixels, touchscreen, fingerprint unlock, all that stuff is just so cool to me. So I've always wanted to start something, but I'm on the road to becoming an entrepreneur. I'm working at it every day.
Do you look at this as skill development? Because right now everything I assume still is kind of new for you, right? Or because you haven't been doing this that long.
Yeah, I mean, I did it before COVID hit, but like I wasn't getting that much money back then. But now I've been actually like looking stuff around the house, like, and I realized that if you're like buying something, always keep the box and the manuals for it because that's a big asset for selling. So I'm pretty experienced in it, but I think it's skill learning. Like the more and more you do it, like you'll become better at it.
I love it. Do any of your friends do this?
No, they don't. None of my I've tried introducing it to them, like, no, I don't know. My parents probably won't let me and stuff, but I'm like, it's amazing, guys. Just do it, just try. And they're not into it.
Most 13-year-olds, I think, are not into it.
Yeah.
But you're naturally curious. Are your parents entrepreneurs?
So my dad's in the technology industry and my mom's in biotech. Not that many people from my family are entrepreneurs. My dad has always wanted to start his own business where he works with younger children. So maybe I can be able to help him with that when I become older and actually become an entrepreneur. But no one's in my family's like a real entrepreneur yet.
Typically with Indian parents, they're gonna want you to do something practical with your time, and reselling is very risky compared to just like getting a degree and getting a high-paying job, especially where we live. For you, it would be very normal for you to, with your experience right now and your focus on skill development, to be able to get a job even in high school, working for a really cool company with your level of curiosity. I think this is awesome. You right now should look out. I'm glad that you reached out to me. Hopefully, I can connect you with other people in the same industries that you're working in, because you could intern. You could be one of those people who's 17 with 5 years of full-time experience already. So I'm super excited for you. I'm glad that you're doing this. I don't want you to miss out on your childhood, but your thirst for information is super awesome. So let's
Thanks,
talk
Chris.
about what kind of things do you like selling, and if you is there stuff in the house that you preferred selling?
So usually what I like selling is I sell like mostly phones and computers. I've also sold like Nexus players, Amazon Fire Stick TVs, things like that, cameras. But my friend actually came to me like a few months ago and said like sell like these glasses, sell like these like fanny packs and stuff. So usually that doesn't go that well for me, but the best thing that works for me is just technology. So like electronics and stuff like that.
So right now, electronics, I'm gonna make a video on the top categories. Electronics, I believe, is now the top category on eBay.
Yeah, it
It
is.
used to be clothing, then it got
Mm-hmm.
passed by home goods, and
Yep.
now I think electronics is number one. Maybe you can convince your dad to take you to the Canton Fair in Canton, China, where they release all those electronics every single year, and the CES show in Vegas. I think
Yeah.
that might make you super jazzed up learning about all the new products that come out since you already like that kind of stuff.
My dad actually has been to a lot of CES events, so yeah, he's always told me about it. I always want. I just watch the videos on YouTube. It's just so fascinating. I love it so much.
That's amazing. So, how do you talk me through your day? You have school stuff. What does your normal day look like?
So usually I wake up around 8 o'clock, and then I do like a intense workout so I keep myself healthy. And then after that, I'm actually in the journey of becoming a virtual tutor also, and I am preparing for next year so I can keep up my good grades. And then I sell. I also like I'm keeping up my childhood, so I'm playing video games, playing basketball, relaxing, and all that type of stuff. I like watching movies, but usually I'm always grinding on eBay, like school stuff, and I'm also in a lot of different clubs. So I'm also getting service hours, and I'm a Boy Scout. The Boy Scouts has ended, but right when Boy Scouts like reopens, I'm gonna be like back on that. So I'm a leader in my troop.
I love it. You are just you're gonna be super inspiring. There's so many younger people who watch this channel and need someone to reach out to and be friends with. I'm glad that you reached out to Lexi Teen Thrifts because
Hmm.
she's been reselling now for 3 years and she's like 16. It's just like yourself. So it's cool to look at the progression. So you obviously you can't have an eBay account when you're under 18. So you're using your dad's account
Yeah, of course, because
and he
that was
had
just
no
like,
problem and he's happy to support you.
yeah, he's really happy to support me. He actually like my warehouse is like under my bed and in the garage. So like he actually he like sometimes charges up stuff for me. He's like, hey, put this on eBay. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
That's so supportive. Um, so have you looked into because you're this is really interesting because you're sort of learning the most important part of business, which is selling things that are useful or practical or that the market wants. You could you can kind if you could build a resale business right now, you could essentially do anything you want. If you can create a supply chain coming in and then some kind of store, that gives you the freedom to do some really huge projects. If you thought about maybe, okay, let's talk about this. What companies are you interested in that you follow? Big
I,
companies.
I like companies like Amazon and Google, and I also really like toy companies because they're like I have a lot of like Nerf guns and blades in my house that I used to use when I was a kid, and I actually just put up a Nerf gun this morning to see how it does. So I'm like interested in a lot of technology companies like that, like
Have you
Apple and Android and stuff.
are you allowed to have an internship at 13? Do you know?
I don't think so. I don't. Yeah, I don't think you can.
I think I talked to another person that was able to get a 10-hour internship when he was 14.
Wow.
So I'm hoping that your dad can get you into some kind of cool internship with someone as ambitious as you because that's really cool. Let's talk about
Yeah.
why are you a self-starter? Why do you just learn projects on your own? Where did that come from?
I don't know. Since I was born, I just like trying new things. I'm a risk taker. I don't know. I just love like I've always wanted to have my own money to feel like I'm actually earning it and like I'm actually doing something. I just love it. Like even I used to like sell a ton of stuff at school. Even like I was in a swim team. I used to sell like when Nintendo DS was a thing. I used to sell the chips for that. I just love selling. That's who I am.
What is it about the selling part? Is it the sale? Is it finding something that will sell? Is it all of it? What's fascinating to you?
It's mostly all of it, but the main part that I like is the marketing because I love marketing. Like like the Apple commercials where they like show the camera and like all the cool features. I love that type of stuff. And I'm actually like on a marketing and outreach team for an online tutoring program. So I'm part of that team. So I'm gonna be like creating social media pages and reaching out to the community. But marketing, I just love marketing also. Yeah.
Are you tutoring other kids, or who is it reaching out to?
I'm tutoring other kids. So I'm teaching pre-algebra. I haven't started any yet. I have a class coming up soon. Hopefully some kids register for that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that also.
Let's see. So someone is asking where you got your ideas of leadership, because you're already starting some leadership roles. Do you feel comfortable showing other people how to do something?
Yeah, I was thinking about making my own YouTube video and showing my tips and tricks on how to do that. Most of my leadership skills came from Boy Scouts. So yeah, the motto is prepared for life. So I'm a leader in my troop. I help younger scouts. I think if you Boy Scouts has given me a lot of leadership experience, and I'm also in a lot of business clubs. Like see the shirt it says "We Mean Business." Um, I I'm just like a natural leader, I guess. But I
You
can teach.
know,
I can help you guys. Just reach out to me.
I love it. So I used to work at Lexus of Fremont, just down the street, and I used to say that it was like the best education ever because every customer in Fremont is usually an engineer, right? 90%
Hmm.
of the people who live and work in Fremont are engineers. So trying to sell something to someone who's pure logic is very difficult. You have to really investigate and figure out the marketing. So I think with you having two parents that are highly educated, they're probably going to be they're probably going to take time when they make decisions. And I think that really probably has been part of your quest for figuring out marketing and how to get people to actually buy things. That's super cool.
Yeah.
I remember I went to Panera Bread and I was listening to a group of kids, probably your age, talking about the product placement in the store and complaining about how the way they're doing their business is wrong. And I'm like, this is a different conversation than when I was 13. So let me get a couple of questions from here, which is, what is your favorite thing that you've ever sold?
My favorite thing that I've ever sold is Google Glass. So I sold that for like 1,000, I think. Um, it's like glasses and it has like
Yeah,
a rectangular piece. It's just super cool. I sold it
yeah.
like a few years back, but that was probably my favorite thing that I've sold.
So let's talk about the structure of your store. Is it all the stuff in your room? Where is it?
It's just around my house, like in my garage. Like if there's technology and we're not using it, then like other people will find value in it. So put it up and then people will buy it.
Have you gotten anything from friends and family?
Well, my friend actually pranked me that he gave me an iPad for my birthday, but then like there was nothing in the box. So I haven't gotten that much. I mean, I get electronics from my family as gifts and stuff,
Hmm.
but and I don't want to sell that because like if they find out, then it might be like kind of mean. But I usually just sell like the technology that's like from previous years, like old phones and old computers.
That's great. So let's talk about what you're going to do for sourcing, because eventually you're going to run out of stuff to sell. Where are you going to start looking to buy things?
So I think for technology, I've pretty much sold everything in my house that like we don't use right now. There's probably a few
Hmm.
things here and there, like a computer, some cables. I've actually starting to do like toys now, but then after all that, it's like instead of just looking things around your house, I think I'm gonna start reselling. So I'm gonna go to stores and buy stuff and then just resell that on the market and see what happens. Most likely it's gonna sell because like yeah.
Are you going to start with retail arbitrage, or are you going to look online to buy things to resell back online?
I think buying it online and then when it comes to you, it's like already in the packaging and everything's nice, and then putting it back up. That sounds pretty nice because like most like people like don't go to Fry's or anything like that anymore because everything is online. So I'm much thinking of buying things online and then reselling them on eBay.
If anybody's in California, please visit a Fry's Electronics. It's like the saddest thing in the world now because they've been destroyed by online stores.
Yeah,
So everything, and it looks like a ghost town. There's no one in there. I'm sure they're paying 100 grand a month in rent. There's these huge buildings, like twice the size of Costco, with nothing in them because they've just
yeah,
been
it's pretty
destroyed by
sad.
online companies. It's super sad. Um, Risky is asking how many items you have in your store and how many items you've sold. Do you have any idea of that?
Actually, I could check right now. Hold on. Right now, I only have like hold up. I think I only have three things up right now, but I'm gonna start reselling. So if I go to It's about like 20 or 30 things, I think. My phone's powered off, so I can't really turn that on right now, but I think it's
No
about
worries.
20 to 30 things.
So we have Risky in the chat. He's 15 and he's doing $2,600 a month on eBay, inspiring. So definitely reach out to Lexi on Instagram. She's Teen Thrifts. He's asking, and can you also, what is your Instagram again? I'll put it in the chat.
It's at Sachin _ Syal 23. So SACHIN _ SYAL 23.
Got it.
Yep.
I
You
just
guys
put that in there.
feel free to reach out to me. I'll answer any of your questions. Yeah, we can get on a call, maybe on Zoom, something like that.
Yeah, Zoom has been super. Have you been using Zoom for school as well?
All the time. Zoom and Google Meet. It's like they're doing awesome right now.
They're doing amazing right now. I can't imagine working for one of those companies that's like
I know,
million% growth. Yeah, they've gone. I think now. I think there's so much emphasis on video conferencing. Anyone who's selling cameras, webcams, microphones, anything related to computers is on fire right now. So I
Yeah.
think the reason why technology probably became number one is probably COVID. So for everyone that's listening right now, it's on fire because everyone's stuck at home. They're trying to upgrade all their systems. They're doing business at home. It totally makes sense. I'm trying a new hotspot today from T-Mobile, which I'm surprised I can stream this from inside here, but people saying the chat is okay. So your mindset of continuous growth and growing applies to everything, because you mentioned that you're playing basketball, keeping active, got a big smile on your face, you're into technology. So what else do you do for fun?
So for fun, as I said, I like watching movies. I love water. Like I like pools. I like going in the beach. I have my fish tank, so I like water a lot. I like learning new things, watching like funny videos and stuff like that. But like selling is mostly the main thing that I like.
Do you have a TikTok?
I did, but then I deleted it because it was kind of a waste of time.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a fantastic marketing opportunity if you know what you're doing, but it's tough. So how do you keep up? This is a really good question that I want to ask you. How do you keep up with eBay news? When eBay has releases or something is changing, where do you go to find your information on what's happening?
I just search it up on Google or like go on the eBay community, and then I love like whenever I run into a problem, I just go on the live chat and ask people, and they're really helpful all the time for eBay customer service.
On Facebook, is that where you are with their live chat, or on their site?
No, it's on their site. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So I think this is important to recognize. A lot of people think that the eBay community pages are outdated. That's not necessarily true. There are younger people on the eBay community tab, and the online chat has been fantastic. It's been good on my phone too. So I don't necessarily have to get on the computer to reach out to them. They're getting better at that.
Yeah, they are. And they recently got a new CEO.
Yes, they did. And the new CEO, I think he has some Walmart experience.
Yeah,
so
he does. Yeah.
I'm super excited about this because I feel like, the old CEO, I thought he was doing what I thought he would do, which is make eBay profitable, but I'm excited to see if people will start improving the actual platform. So let's talk about this. If you had $1,000 to spend on inventory, what would you buy to resell right now?
I would probably buy a computer or a phone. Like I've tried doing clothing for one of my aunts, and it didn't really go that well. So I would definitely buy technology, or I would buy something that's hot on the market.
That is not the answer I normally get, which makes me feel happy for you, because you're just buying stuff that's on trend. It's pretty much guaranteed to sell if you're buying stuff that's already selling right now. That's the best advice that I can give people. Let's go with, I was going to ask what your background was before reselling, but you're so young. Let's talk about some unfair advantages. Do you feel like you have access to things that other kids do not, or other resellers?
I think I have access to like a lot of technology, but like a lot of other people have. I think I'm like equal. Like it's not like I have other things that a lot of other people like. Lexi, she has like the same amount of stuff that I have, so I think I'm like equal to all the other like young resellers.
I agree with you. I feel like a lot of people have a lot of tools that they're underutilizing. So let's talk about this. Maybe you can give some advice. Somebody is
Yeah.
just getting started. They've never sold anything. How would you coach them to get started?
So the first thing I would say is to watch out for scammers. So if anyone is asking you like, give me your phone number or anything like that, don't do that. Just only stay on like communication through eBay. And if they're asking for a PayPal, like don't text them it, because I've actually gotten scammed once or twice. It wasn't the greatest experience, but make sure you look out for scammers because they know when you create your account. So and then also take really nice pictures. And I love using Flash. Like whenever I sell technology, I love using Flash on my phone. Make sure you have a really nice description. And like when the listing ends, make sure like to communicate with the buyer and like say like thank you so much for choosing me, and just keep up the good customer service. And also when you're going on the, I always use my phone to list stuff. So when you're going on the eBay app, just go to like if you go to selling and then go list an item, you can actually copy all the information from other products. So I like that feature a lot on eBay. There's a ton of other things though, so just reach out to me and I'll get back to you.
So also Risky is in the chat is asking about, is saying that when you start, if you decide to flip from Ross or Burlington Co Factory or Nike, they have very liberal return policies. So you could go there, research. Actually, let me ask you how you would approach it. Let's say you were to go to Target and you were looking for something to resell. Where would you start, and how would you research the items to see if they were profitable or not?
Well, the first thing I would do is I'll go on eBay and search up the product and then select it to what the ones that have been sold and see how much they've sold for. And then usually I'll just go to the tech area because like I don't, I'm trying to diversify my products that I'm selling, but it's just mainly technology. So that's most likely what I'd go to and then see like how good it's doing on eBay. But if it's been up there for a long time and there's zero bids and like no one's interested in it, then I wouldn't pick it up. But if it's something like a MacBook or something like that, or like Apple products or something like that, I'll definitely go for it.
So let's talk about time management. You got a lot of stuff going on. Clubs, you're doing sports, you're playing video games, you got time with your family. Do you use a calendar, or how do you organize your day?
My parents always tell me to use a calendar, but I don't use one. I just like somehow it just works out and it happens. Like I finish all the stuff that I want to do in a day, and then I go to sleep and wake up the next morning and repeat the cycle and stay like motivated, make progress daily. This is the
Do
daily
you
refinement model.
record anything down on paper?
No, I don't.
You are a beast. I love it. It's hard for people to
Thanks.
copy what you're doing because, okay, so this is the biggest takeaway. I always try to get one biggest takeaway from meeting people on my interviews, and my biggest takeaway from you for sure is your enthusiasm. It makes a huge difference. You're putting 10 times as much energy into the same effort as what other people are doing just by having a great attitude and a mindset and being curious about how it works. And you didn't say, I love shopping. You said, I love marketing, which is very different. That means I can give you something and you'll be like, okay, let me look up the solds. Let me see other keywords that people picked. Let me look at their description. That's how I'm going to sell the item instead of let me go shopping today, which doesn't usually translate into great sales.
Yep. I just love marketing so much. It's just my thing. Marketing. And then I also like the human body a lot. Like I think it's really cool like how our body does all the work in the background for us. That's also pretty cool to me.
All the autonomous stuff that your body is doing.
Yeah. And like medicine and that type of stuff. So there's a lot of interests I have. Hopefully it all combines into one good thing.
Have you thought about what you want to do like in the future?
Yeah, I definitely want to start my own business. So obviously I want to be an entrepreneur, but I haven't thought about like, and I like food a lot. So I might want to start my own restaurant or something like that. But right now I'm going to start reselling and then see where that leads to. But I've been learning a lot from multiple clubs. I'm actually taking courses on Udemy and Google Classroom for business. So I'm learning a lot
Amazing.
of stuff. Like I've learned their marketing, business administration, economics, and finance, and all that stuff. So if the opportunity comes to you, you should take it. And there's a lot of things out there that you can join for free actually. So just take the opportunity and it'll have a lot of benefits for you.
So I'm going to give you some advice, which is I recommend you take a basic programming class. I think have you already done that before?
Like coding,
Yeah.
I've actually started coding, but like I've done some coding on Khan Academy, like Intro to JS. My brother's like a super good coder. He makes like tons of websites, stuff like that. So he can be my coach for that. But I'm gonna definitely start programming. It's really interesting also.
I think it's so good for you because you learn like how you learn attention to detail, you learn how websites are made. It's
Hmm.
so useful. It translates directly into reselling. So let's talk about your actual resale um, your actual resale business. What area of it would you want to improve the most?
What I probably want to improve the most on is getting more profit. Like I'm already getting a lot of profit, but I think I should also get more profit and then reselling. Like instead of just looking for stuff around the house, which takes time and effort, just buy something and then just resell it on eBay, which would be way easier.
What does your dad have in mind with the profits?
I think I'm just gonna spend it towards my college, or I'm gonna reinvest it into reselling. But honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But it's just there, so there's a lot of things I can do with that. I can go in the wrong path or the right path, but I'm gonna definitely choose the right path.
So you mentioned that you're sort of grateful for your situation and you want to give back to your family. Do you, why do you feel that way?
Well, I think all my family is extremely hardworking. So if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have the opportunity
Mm,
to even have all the technology around my house to sell because I would have like one old computer and like
right,
I have
right.
to thank them a lot. And my brother also, like he's introduced me to all of this. Yeah, I love my family a lot.
That is so awesome. I love your family too because they've given you confidence. They've given you the ability. So let's talk about mastery. Okay. So if you were going to become an eBay master, what's the difference between current level Sachin and master level reseller? What are the skills that you need to learn to get there?
Well, master level section would probably be like I would be reselling and I would have managers that's doing stuff for me instead of like printing the shipping labels, taping everything up like that. And I would probably hire a photographer and stuff like that. Maybe get a VA, things like that. But that I think I can become a master if I just keep on working at it. And honestly, like since COVID hit, like I've actually been like disinfecting and cleaning all my products, and then I include that in the description so people feel like they're safe, so they can't get anything from it. So I'm actually like a lot of people don't like this time, but honestly, it's not that bad for me. I actually enjoyed this time a lot. Like I'm learning new things, expanding my knowledge. I've been selling a lot. So yeah, I just love it. And maybe like in like a year or so I can become a master eBay seller.
I love it. I think I learned more things in May than in any other month ever
I totally agree with
because
you.
there was so much information coming in. I learned so much about infectious disease. There was
Hmm.
the protests and the riots, which you got to watch and learn about
Yeah.
discrimination and the way that our country works. E-commerce has exploded during this time, and I want people to like also go to a Fry's Electronics. I think you should make a YouTube video of you walking around in the store and being like, how can this store exist? It must cost millions of dollars a year to operate, and
I
they
know.
don't do
They should
any
just
revenue.
get rid of it. They should just get
They
rid of
should
it.
just close it. It's so crazy.
Because
There's people. Go ahead.
online shopping is just taking over all of it. Like they just killed fries all the way. Like when I was a kid, I used to go there like buy like remote control helicopters and stuff like that. But now
Right.
like everything is online.
So let's talk about how you shop. Where do you when you're looking for something to buy? What websites do you go to?
I just search it up. I usually go to Amazon. Amazon is like Amazon Prime. My family's Prime membership. So I just go to Amazon. I just trust Amazon the most. I love it. There's reviews, picture people put pictures and stuff like that. Definitely Amazon and then Target and Walmart and other companies like that.
So why don't you shop on eBay as a younger person?
I've actually like bought one thing on eBay. I bought the Supreme beanie and then I resold it. So I actually on your other video you said you used to like buy high piece brands like Bape
Yeah.
and Supreme and you used to
Yep.
sell that. I tried selling it at school, but like people thought it was fake and stuff like that. But then I resold it for like profit. That was pretty nice. So I don't, I think I should start buying from eBay, but like I think that if I'm a seller on eBay, I should buy from other platforms and just only sell on eBay rather than being a buyer and a seller. Because like you should be, I feel like there's nothing wrong with buying and selling on eBay, but I feel like if you're doing one thing, just stick to that and use other platforms to buy things, then resell them.
I'm gonna challenge you this year to try buying something from AliExpress or Alibaba I would like you to place a small order and at least break even, because I feel like you're going to get obsessed with that because there are so many generic products that you could add your marketing pizzazz and kill it. And I'm super excited for that venture. Are there other industries involved in e-commerce or reselling that you're following online? What other channels do you follow?
I like well, I actually was just searching well, like, I searched up so, like, when I found out I'm, like, like, actually doing really successful on eBay, I searched up teen eBay seller, and
Yep.
then I saw your channel, your interview with Lexi. I'm like, "That's pretty cool. She got to do an interview. I wish I can do one also." So then I went through all your videos, I watched a lot of them. So, like, you're mainly the like, what I watch a lot. I also like Marquise Brownlee. He's amazing.
He is.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I also like, other channels, but yeah.
You right now, I would just learn skills like crazy. If you could
Mhm,
combine a couple of things together, I feel like you're going to be super valuable. Right now, you've got the bug for reselling. If you can
mhm.
combine that with other hard skills like branding, which is huge,
Yeah.
you can make a
Mhm.
Sachin brand right now. I would not be
Yeah.
surprised if you made a huge YouTube channel.
Thanks.
You
I've
should
always wanted
start
to
looking
actually
into that.
make
Go
I've
ahead.
always wanted to make my umbrella. Like, think about it. Like, there's a shirt like this, and it doesn't cost so much. You put one Off-White, one Supreme, and then the price goes so much, and people are like, in New York, there's like tons of lines just for that brand, and
Yep.
like, I've always wanted to make my own brand, something like that. But yeah, thanks for the support.
So one thing I want to coach you, because I used to live in Manhattan and I watched that
Mhm.
Supreme line go to 1,000, 2,000 people waiting in line for a single drop. And the way that they built that was their mailing list. That's
Mhm.
it. Supreme's mailing list is like 4 million people.
Yeah, yeah, it
So
is.
think about if you release 4 million emails and you only have 200 of the item. It's
Mhm.
for sure going to sell out. It's going to have the resale value. They're really smart and they just concentrate on that one thing, get my email list going. And for you, as you build your brand, because you're so young, imagine like 20 years of building the same brand for you. Do you
Yeah.
own your name's website? Can you get that?
Actually, my brother, like, so I'm gonna start learning coding. I've already started a little bit, but my brother will probably make a really good website for me. So I would think about that, or maybe I can use something like Wix. But yeah, I've always wanted to start my own company or business. And actually, my dad has always wanted to also. So I might like bring my ideas into his, use my marketing skills and stuff like that.
I want you to figure out if you can get your moniker, like your actual name, your website, and your Instagram, just so it's just your actual name, because I would like you to get a verified symbol. And this is why. If you can get your verified symbol on Twitter or Instagram or YouTube, this will allow you to talk to huge entrepreneurs.
Hmm.
So I want to be a stepping stone. I want you to get that blue check mark so now you can reach out to you know, whoever, Elon Musk, because you have the blue check mark and they'll actually listen to your mention. So you should be trying to do great things that will help you get that moniker. And I think that
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of Sachins. It's a common name, right?
Hmm. There's actually a cricketer, a really famous cricketer that he's like the world best cricketer in India. That's his name also.
Perfect, because that helps you get verified. If your name is really close to somebody else and you're cool, you're more likely to get the blue check mark, which will allow you to network with the top people. Right now, you have so much ambition. I just want you to get around some like huge entrepreneurs that can
Yeah.
basically plug you in. I'm excited to see you get like an internship at Boeing or something from some guy who
Wow.
likes you.
Thanks. Thanks.
That's key. So let's see here. People are saying always keep pushing yourself. Do you journal?
I don't journal, but I just keep everything in my head. Like I write, like whenever like something goes well or something doesn't go well, it's just in the back of my head somewhere, and then I remember it. Like I'm not gonna make the same mistake again.
I want you to record this because right now your energy level is intoxicating. People are going to love this. So I want you to record what's going well and what's not going well,
Hmm.
because your most valued possession in the future will be your notes. I wish I had
Yeah.
done that when I was your age because I had a million ideas and I've forgotten them all. I would have loved to have recorded everything along the way, and all the little things that you're working on right now, your relationship with your family, your relationship with health, those are things that are not talked about in the media. I don't, where did you learn that life balance?
My dad and my mom has always told me like if you keep your basics right, you sleep right, you eat right, and all that stuff, then everything else will go better. So I've learned from my parents after they've
Awesome.
given me a lot.
Do
Yeah.
they, are they healthy?
Yeah, of course.
That's, well, I mean, that's not, of course, in the Bay. In the Bay, some people are really,
Yeah,
are
yeah.
just workaholics, but I'm glad that they are.
Yep. We go
Great.
for walks in the evening and stuff like that.
That is so cool. So is there anything else that you want to share with my audience? Maybe some motivation or inspiration for people who are just starting?
Well, there's one thing I should say. So now that COVID's hit, like there's two types of people. There's one type of person that just like sleeps in, doesn't want to do work, and like is watching Netflix all the time. And then there's people like me and Chris and probably all you guys that are actually working hard and learning stuff. So just keep on making progress daily. Don't lose your fire inside of you. Just go all the way, and I hope the best for you guys.
I love it. So remind people where they can find you on social.
Oh yeah, it's at on Instagram at Sachin underscore Syal 23, SACHIN underscore SYAL 23.
And guys, I'll put that in the description as well. And thank you so much for coming. Sachin, thank you for taking time out of your day.
Yeah, no
See you guys
problem.
later.